G'day gardeners, welcome to the weedy garden. I'm David Trood. I'm standing here with bare feet and dirty hands. Usually I work as a photographer. You could call me a nature photographer because for the last 35 years I've been travelling around the world making images that can inspire people to get out in nature, to connect with it. But in March 2020, I was stuck at home like most people. That put a spanner in the works. But that ended up being a good thing because it gave me the opportunity to fulfil a dream I've had for a long time of having a garden that I could grow my own wonderful, colourful, natural, fresh, organic food. So I did. The good thing is that the photographer part of me, GoPro start recording, has still been using all this camera gear that I've been accumulating over the years when I'm putting in my broccoli. So now I can share my weedy garden on YouTube with people all over the world. Hopefully they'll want to get their hands dirty too. I'll be honest with you. When lockdown started and I saw videos online of how some people reacted towards simple things like toilet paper, what would it be like if there was no food in the stores? At that moment, all the energy and creativity that I had ever used on my photography, I turned into a quest on how to grow food, all the food I'd need, the vitamins, the minerals, all the life energy to thrive from this little weedy patch in the sun. It all began with a bare hill and an idea. A weedy hill actually, secluded deep in the Australian bush, far away from any town and even further from a city. When I moved back to Australia from Denmark about 18 months ago, I knew pretty much zilch about gardening. I started by putting up an electric fence to keep the cows out. My garden is all about trial and error. I love to do experiments. I soon noticed all the caterpillars having a good old feed on my veggies. So I wanted to find out how to get rid of them, the organic way. So I asked some of the locals what they did, and of course I Googled it. Everyone kept saying chili and garlic spray, garlic and chili spray. So I went and picked some chilies. I got my hands on a bunch of garlic, which I mashed up with an axe in a bucket. Made a fire to simmer it for a while, and I thought I was doing great. I sprayed it all over my greens. But the next day, there were still caterpillars munching away on my plants. So I did it again and made it even stronger. But at night, caterpillars were still binge feeding on my baby broccoli. So I did an experiment and put 2 broccoli leaves in front of my camera. I sprayed one of the leaves with my homemade organic chili and garlic spray and not the other. Then I put a handful of the hungry culprits in with them. A day later, it was obvious the spray was useless. It ended up being a daily routine of collecting caterpillars by hand and taking them far away from the edibles. See where your mates are going, mate. Oh, I can hear a magpie. Be careful. Apart from the caterpillars on the broccoli for a few weeks in May, everything seems to be doing great. So I think I'm on the right track with this. Ooh, that's huge. When I began the journey, a whole new world opened up to me. The warmth of the sun, the bugs and the bees, the taste of fresh fruits, the smell of rain. And the birds. There's always an orchestra of birds from sun up to sundown every day. But sometimes it's quiet, real quiet. and now and then I'll see a mouse dart past, or a lonely caterpillar that's munching away on something delicious in my garden. I love to watch them, thinking they can't be seen, but they all belong here. They're a cog in the cycle of life under this big sky. Without them, life would be boring in paradise. So, that's my little weedy patch. Hope it inspires you to get out in the garden, to connect, to enjoy, to make your own slice of paradise. It's real simple.